once again to the big episode 50 of the Retrocade podcast. It's Phil and
Sean.
Oh, it's great to be back.
I assure you we're not dead.
I assure you we have not yet died of COVID or anything else. Oh, now we're canceled because we mentioned COVID. But we're back after a little bit of a hiatus. And
we start every episode with, it's been a hiatus.
It's been 6 weeks. But this one's been a little longer than usual, but we're back in a big way for our big episode 50. It only took us 6 years of podcasting to get to episode 50.
It's really remarkable.
It's almost
the amount
shocking.
of content we have in this slow amount of
I think
producing.
today, right around today is the 6th year anniversary. I don't think it's today itself, but
6 years.
Yeah, we started in 2015. It was even before The Force Awakens came out. It almost, when you think of it in those terms, that does feel like a
Star
lifetime
Wars was
ago.
good back then.
Oh yeah, back when
good old days.
There was hope for Star Wars, but hey, you got the Mandalorian, and you got
there was no new trilogy, no Me Too. There was no culture.
I guess cancel culture wasn't really yet a thing, right? 2015. I don't recall.
The good old days.
I mean, you had to watch your lip a little bit with your jokes.
Yeah, of course, but nothing to the extent.
But
of
now
today.
it's you sneeze and you get canceled.
Look at Boba Fett's ship was canceled.
Oh man, the slave one. No. Now they're changing the name to the involuntary servant one.
Yeah, exactly. The indentured servant. Spaceship. Yeah, I mean, come on. I know they did it subtly on just the Lego, but like, it's the just, name of a ship. Who cares? A fictional galaxy spaceship.
We can't use the word slave. He's a bad guy.
Slave one is. Outside of Millennium Falcon, one of the most iconic ships.
One of the more iconic Star Wars ships.
And now you're just going to call it Boba's Starship.
Boba Fett's Starship.
They're going to cancel Death. Oh, Death is too ominous.
Yeah, no one can...
We're going to call it the Dark Star now.
Yeah. And the phasers are always set for stunned. No one actually dies in any show.
Let's say it's baseball. The disabled list is too inappropriate.
We need to put... What's better list for... What's a better word than disabled list? What's more PC?
It's
a temporarily injured list.
Sorry, you can't play today. List, yeah.
Yeah, like it does beg the question: which suits are making these decisions at this? Like, we've got to change that name.
Well, it's the Disneyfication.
I know, but it's not just Disney doing these things. I'm sure if it was just Lucasfilm, they wouldn't have changed it. But I'm saying the executive suits at Disney, who made that decision? Like, who went out of their way to say, "Oh, that's the name"? Like, I'm sure it's someone who has no idea what Star Wars is. They were just reading a list of items
of items coming out. Like,
what
slave
one?
Oh dear!
Yeah. It
what?
Yeah.
Immediate meeting.
Yeah. Immediate emergency meeting we've got to change that. And it's like, this has been the shit.
But they don't even know who Boba Fett is.
No, they read it on a
slave.
paper of items coming out.
And they're like, oh, he's a slave. Oh, no, it's a spaceship. It's an inanimate object.
Yeah. And it's like,
the inanimate object's racist.
Too many racial connotations there. We need to change it. In this day and age, it's just not
there was too many spaceships during slavery, I guess.
That's right. We all know.
It's very related.
And also the spaceships themselves could be offended by it.
Well, that's why the Union won the war, because they had the spaceships and the Confederates didn't.
General Lee and General Custer, and they had their spaceships, and that was what it was all about. But yeah, insanity. I mean, it's just like these little minute things that go.
There's more. There's a lot more coming. The axe is out.
It's just like, because it's so minute, right? It's such a non-issue that why go through the trouble of changing it? It's so non-issue. No one cares. No one's saying anything. No
one's offended by the name of a spaceship.
You know, it's some woke suit in Burbank that read through that list and was just like, oh no. And like you said, they don't know any of these characters. They just read slave.
They're reading at a product list of releases. Like,
Lego slaves.
Oh
yeah! Oh my God! They probably
need a
didn't
meeting right
one.
now.
They just read the word slave and was like, "Oh, that has to be changed immediately." Tell Lego to change everything, and it's just insanity. But at least I have my vintage collection slave one that still says slave one.
Right? So, the Diaries of Boba Fett, the journal, whatever the show is going to be called.
Yeah, the Book of Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett.
The Diaries.
That's all right.
The Diaries of Boba Fett.
That's already filmed.
Yeah,
so there's going to be definitely some
the
sub-edits.
The Boba Fett basketball diaries.
To be like, get the spaceship.
Got the spaceship.
Like dubbed,
spaceship. Dubbed over, like, everyone head on to the spaceship. Horrible.
Oh no, we're going down. Spaceship.
Yeah. Oh no.
The spaceship took damage.
Follow Boba Fett's spaceship. Like, insanity. And it's just so useless. And like, all right, we know that Legos, all right, they're toys, like, but
The kids don't even care either.
No one cares. The parents don't care. No one on Twitter made any woke commentary about the thing being slave
it's
one,
just
right?
people saying this is over the board. Dr. Seuss books are like, oh, this is too much.
Oh, that's banned. A who is a who is a who is a who is a...
Oh, it's a racist commentary.
That's racist. That is racist against the who's. Yeah, I didn't even know they were whoish. I had no idea.
But it's like, Pride Week, right? It's growing every year.
Oh, it's growing fantastic. I loved watching.
It's just to the point
I was
now,
just on TV everywhere Sunday.
The amount of merchandise alone. Like, I'm in the supermarket.
It's corporatized.
Rainbow cereals, rainbow seltzers, rainbow toilet paper.
Rainbow flamethrowers. It's just the marketization of it. It's just how could corporate America...
It's got to be like
the bucks off of it.
Warehouse of shit getting thrown out. You think Alabama people are buying rainbow cereal?
I would assume that they're probably selling these things regionally and not selling them
New York and California.
Yeah, they're selling them in the
Arkansas is not getting shipments.
San Francisco is getting the brunt of the stockpile of whatever's left over. I don't believe much is getting sold in Alabama or.
I was just the mere amount of merchandise. It's mind-boggling to me.
There is a lot.
Years ago, you see one rainbow flag. Okay, good for them. Whatever. That's fine.
Now it's like the Puerto Rican Day Parade. It's
overshadowed.
I think it has. Like, in fact,
I don't see any Puerto Rican merchandise.
But you used to see for Puerto Rican Day Parade, you'd have flags around.
Well, we also live in New York City.
Sure, where there's
the largest Puerto Rican population
in the continental U.S. Yeah, but I don't see that as much. I see, like you said, I see the
pride has overshadowed everything. Yeah. Absolutely.
Would you say that there are more?
Who does not want to wear the ribbon?
Who does not want to wear the ribbon? Yeah. But yeah.
Well, if you come out as anti-pride, dead. You're dead.
We're already getting canceled just talking about it. And I'm not talking about it pro or con. I actually
we're just commentating on the trends.
There was, but like just watching 10 minutes of it and what they were. First of all, it looked empty in Manhattan, maybe because it was really hot out. But
I actually was in Manhattan Sunday, but I was like downtown. It was dead. But like
the parade area didn't look packed.
I'm in a sports bar. Like we're eating.
And they had the Pride Parade on the background.
So there were people there watching the soccer game, Euro Cup.
Oh, okay, sure.
So no one gives a shit about it. But there's rainbow flags everywhere because they have to be.
They have to be. But
my biggest laugh before you.
I was just watching like how it was on TV and just how calculated every shot was. Like you could just see that it's so intentional. There's nothing naturalistic about it. It was just
look, we care.
Right, yeah.
So the funniest thing my takeaway from that being downtown, even though I was nowhere near the parade, I saw these two women walking. Mm-hmm. They were clearly lesbians. And one of them was wearing a T-shirt. And it says, "How dare you assume my orientation?" And that's what the T-shirt said.
So she doesn't even have to say it to you anymore.
But she's yelling. Her T-shirt's yelling at me.
Well, I would prefer that her T-shirt say it and us not have to.
Hey, miss, are you gay? Like, why am I coming up to her?
You're gonna get pepper spray. You're canceled now, Sean.
Asking her orientation. But why is her shirt yelling at me? I don't need this woman's shirt to yell at me.
Pepper spray her shirt, Sean, if it's bothering.
I'm gonna be like, listen, woman, get a new shirt.
Why is you
hitting the? I go further.
People feel really, I guess people are just a very not confrontational about it, but maybe there's a defensive mode there. Unless the shirt is in jest.
Our mode of operandus being a white male kind of more traditional.
Male. Canceled!
We're from a conservative borough.
Canceled!
Irish Italian backgrounds.
Nothing's conservative about New York City.
Well, Staten Island.
Canceled!
But
I'm surprised Staten Island hasn't been canceled.
We're, our demographic, we're targets. We are the problem. We are the...
Staten Island is the problem.
We're the demographic why the Slave One's getting canceled.
Slave One getting canceled is the least of our worries at this point. But what are you going to do? I roll. I hope to see products of Boba Fett's ship not called Boba Fett.
There's going to be a rainbow Slave One. Starship. There'll be a rainbow Starship in the next release. Absolutely.
Next on the agenda, speaking of toys, we got finally our real Ghostbuster toys in after waiting months and months. We didn't get them all in.
So this one, the Fearsome Flush.
It's
one of the most iconic Ghostbusters.
So we finally got delivered.
The sheer design of this.
These are Walmart exclusives, right?
Correct.
Yeah. The Walmart with their horrible shipping. That was shipped. The Bug-Eyed Ghost. He was shipped in a bubble envelope
So the bug eye, I got the bug eye ghost.
Yeah.
I did not receive the toilet, and I'm going.
What do you mean you didn't receive it? You purchased it, but you didn't get it?
Didn't get it.
They're fucking terrible.
So I'm going to have to go through my emails and look it up and say, where the fuck is this?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, excuse me, sir, we lost it. We're not getting any more in, but here's a $5
gift card.
gift card.
Stock, I know.
And the Ecto one's
we're waiting for the Ecto one.
Yeah. Yes, but I figured that to be a later, piece.
That was supposed to be.
But the toilet, I need the toilet.
We need the toilet. As we have mentioned on previous casts, that the ghost toilet, and also on the Instagram page, the ghost toilet, formerly called Fearsome Flush, is really probably the most notable of like the ghost toys. I would say of the creatures. It's a genius
design because it's like, who's gonna make a toilet action figure? And it's a toilet that has eyes and a mouth, and it sticks its tongue out.
Yeah, it's great.
And instead of like, stupid. It is shit, but they made it purple so it doesn't look like feces.
Yes,
but
it's slime.
The rim has like shit
scuzz on it. Yeah.
But if it was brown, everyone would be like, "Oh wow!"
The seat top, with the lid has some scuzz on it.
They just made it purple instead of brown, so people aren't completely offended.
They're not completely offended.
It's such an iconic figure.
Yeah, very quality. Put it on the have it let all the people see it.
Yeah, you can
put it right next to Dengar over there.
Dengar's going
crashing our classic Dengar. But classic.
So I'm disappointed I didn't get the figure.
Especially, I bought two because I wanted to keep one carded and one loose so we could do the action maneuver, So I wanted to keep one carded but I only bought one of Bug Eye.
So Walmart actually is probably the go-to for buying toys and figures. Better than Target, cheaper pricing, more availability.
GameStop is not bad, their website, but they don't do these. They're exclusive.
The problem with Walmart. I've seen you've encountered this problem. My cousins encountered this problem.
I encounter a lot of problems with Walmart.
The packages are coming destroyed.
If anyone is like collecting toys lately, and I know that's gone up dramatically, like the percentage of people that are recollecting again after COVID, people got bored and they started recollecting toys again. And I know me and you have been doing it. I'm hearing it from like all the communities. Anybody buying exclusives or toys from Walmart, they're getting them bent in half, destroyed in bubble envelopes.
It's because there's a shortage of work.
The Bug Eye came with in a bubble envelope. I'm shocked that it's not more destroyed.
Mine was in good condition, but your Leia.
Oh my! I just got this my 50th anniversary Endor Leia, bubble all dented, and also the card is.
You can't display a crease.
You might as well. No, I'm gonna have to. I buy two, but I only got one so far. But I'm gonna open that one probably, unless the other one's beat up worse, right? And that's why I'm waiting.
You know what though? Did you ever receive the child on card?
I did.
I never got my...
Sean, you have to contact them. Sean's buying all these pre-orders and not getting any of them.
And then I'm not contacting them.
And you're not contacting them. They just go...
Free money.
Free money for free, Sean. Yeah,
I got to sit down and go through my emails.
I had like 3 of them because what happened was I bought the 2 pre-orders when you did it months and months ago. And then they came live on Amazon before my pre-orders came. So I bought 1. So I have like 3 of them.
I think tomorrow... Well, I'll get my new car tomorrow, but...
Good for you. Sean's getting his next Lamborghini in with all this podcast money coming in.
I'm going to spend...
Buying another Aston Martin, yo.
Yeah, it's good to go British sometimes.
Oh, I love British engineering. Fantastic. Only engineering better is German.
Well, for sure. War histories, too, but that's separate. No, on a lighter note, yeah, I'm missing like 4 figures I haven't got.
You have to...
See, the Nika pre-orders, the Nika is notorious. They take 10 years.
Those are your pre-order TMGT, right? TMNT.
So I ordered one 10 months ago. I got it like 2 weeks ago. But the Star Wars ones, never got them. Everyone else got them. The Fearsome Flush, everyone got it but me.
Did you pre-order anything else? So you pre-ordered... So you're missing Ghostbusters and Star Wars pre-orders.
Yes.
These are all Walmart.com? Oh, wait.
No, one was Best
Buy. The child was Best Buy.
I never got it. That was... $20.
Are you sure they're not getting delivered and like somebody throwing out these bubble envelopes? Just like, trash.
It could be.
Trash. It's just like because they're light envelopes. You know what I mean? When they get sent in bubble envelopes.
I'm going through my emails.
You better handle this. See the date that they were, because I'm assuming the tracking says they were delivered. Either way, whether it was actually delivered or not.
I'm probably like $100 in the hole. These figures are long
gone.
And I contacted them, sir. There's like a 90-day window.
I know you're long gone.
Oh, you're not getting your refund.
But like you're right with all these long-term pre-orders because I've been doing it too. But luckily, I've only done it with Ghostbusters and Star Wars. You're doing it, but I'm also doing it with many different websites. I'm doing it with Walmart, GameStop,
that's
Amazon.
why they get lost in the fray.
I'm like, which one did I fucking buy it from? I've got like
I get shit in the middle. I forget I ordered it. I'm like,
me too.
Ooh, Target.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what happened with the Leia. It came the other day. I was like, oh, what's this? I was like, oh yeah, Leia. And I got 6 Emperor's Royal Guards on pre-order from
Those
GameStop.
are nice.
Yeah, they're nice. Yeah, because So
Death Star is the next project, or is it like the Emperor's Throne?
Well, I'm gonna do. I'm doing an Echo Base little project right now. I got all the because they've reissued the vintage collection Echo Base Soldier and Trooper, so you could army build those. So I'm gonna do that a little bit of that. But I just bid on eBay and won the Shuttle Tydirian. The fucking big shuttle Tydirian.
Was that Vader's kind of
or the Emperor's? The Imperial shuttle.
It's like a triangular.
Yeah, the triangle style. Yeah, it's
and it's like kind of the start of Jedi when he like goes into the base with it.
Exactly.
And everyone's like, ding, ding, ding. Oh.
Exactly. So that's
when was that released?
Well, that was the original one's 84, and then they made it again in 2002 and 2006. I got one of the in-between, but it's all the same mold. It's the 84 mold, so on it, it's stamped 1984, even for the 2002.
If it was paint job and features?
New paint job, exactly, and they removed the electronics. So it was, in 2002, I believe it was an FAO Schwartz exclusive, and then in 2006, I believe it was Target.
FAO Schwartz is beautiful. That's like...
Yeah.
So the brand still exists. I've
I know.
seen it in Target and shit.
In Target, they have a little end cap
of FAO Schwartz, and they're known for their giant plushes,
giant plushes, exclusive shit like that. Yeah,
and they reopened it in Manhattan.
Where?
It's not the same
location.
location.
It's not
it's not Central Park.
No, because I was just there, and Apple store is downstairs, and then the building is owned
Apple took over the building.
Took over,
like the sad way of the times.
Yeah.
They opened it in Rockefeller Center. I'm sure COVID probably wiped that
Squeezed it out.
I remember going there about 2 years ago. I'm like, ooh, I didn't buy anything. I just for nostalgia, I walked around.
Sure.
So they did reopen. I think it's like 2 stores. There's one in, there's a handful of stores.
Really? There's like because I only knew the Manhattan one, which was a classic. What did you prefer, FAO Schwartz or the flagship Toys R Us in Manhattan?
I mean, FAO Schwartz was first.
FAO Schwartz was first, and
they filmed Home Alone 2. They called it something else, but it was filmed in the store.
I don't know if it was filmed in the store. I believe it was. I know that the store facade was a fake facade in Chicago. That
maybe it was based
Duncan's
off
toy chest. Of course, it was based off of FAO Schwartz. Duncan's toy chest. It was, of course, based on. They should have just made it FAO Schwartz.
It
was, of course, based on FAO Schwartz.
I had a handful of childhood memories of going to New York for Christmas and
going to FAO Schwartz. Me too. With the elevator up.
And then when you're older, that was like early childhood.
Those prices for those 2 stores were insanity. The Toys R Us too. I didn't realize how late the Toys R Us opened. It only opened in like 2002.
Well, I remember going there like Pokemon.
Yeah, for sure. But in my head, I just thought it was always there, and I just made it there in 2002.
I remember, I think buying,
it was like 02 to like 08. It wasn't there very long.
Game Boy and GameCube shit.
Do you remember the
Ferris wheel? Of course.
The giant Ferris wheel and the T-Rex was my favorite.
I don't remember the Ferris wheel.
Jurassic Park T-Rex. It was in there.
I don't remember that.
What? That was my favorite part of that.
I remember like working in like 2006, 2007 at an internship. And like lunch, I would just wander around Midtown and had like an hour to kill. I remember like going in there like once in a while buying video games and shit.
Oh, you would spend money in there? Prices were insane at both that Toys R Us and FAO Schwartz. If like Star Wars figures back then, if it was 2006, maybe they were $8.99. They'd be like $13.99. It was
you can't find retail. I mean, you go to Walmart shelves, it's just shit. It's empty.
Oh well, no. Well, figures at retail now are
and they have those like shitty boards that just looks like someone's tool shop. They're just like pegboards.
Oh yeah, sure.
And they're just wiped.
Yeah, just empty pegboards of no figures ever.
So like, I go to Target, it always makes me laugh.
I go to Target anytime I go to Target. I go to the toy section now to see if there's any Star Wars.
It's a recurring like the things that no one wants stay there and nothing else is there. Yeah. So comp a listener to the cast. He always. It's a hilarious picture he always sends when he goes.
You say Steve
Cup? Yeah, listen, a friend of the cast.
Friend of the cast.
So he has a local Target in somewhere in Jersey, like Monmouth County, whatever. And Jana, the woman from the newest Star Wars movie, the black woman.
Yeah. From Rise of Skywalker.
So for whatever reason, this store got like 3 cases of Jana pop figures, and no one ever buys them. So
they just collect.
There's like 35 Jana pop figures on the shelf, and no one ever bought one.
You got it.
And they've been there for 2 years, and he laughs every time. I think they just grow more. People return them. I don't want this. And then there's like 45 Jana Pop.
I think that's, another portion of the whole thing when you compare like how the way pegs used to be, where you'd have a whole aisle of Star Wars figures filled to the brim, and nowadays I think it's a little bit that the retailers and even Hasbro is a little like, whoa, let's not go crazy. I mean, think how small the selection of figures for the Rise of Skywalker and the Last Jedi were. Very tight, not many figures at all. Compare them to like the Phantom Menace, where
you know what I realized?
17 aisles in Toys R Us. Now, I know it's a different retail landscape now because you don't have full toy stores.
I realized the value. They made so many. They're not worth shit.
Anything Power of the Force to Phantom Menace figures, not worth much today, unless they were good sculpts. I
bought the Darth Maul at the freaking flea market for like 10, 5.
Like you said, they were tremendously mass-produced, and there's not much demand even today. People at that point,
scarcity is
there is no scarcity for Power of the Force or Power of the Jedi lines or Episode 1 lines, because everybody bought tons of that stuff. And also there's no demand now because the sculpts weren't that good, especially for Power of the Force.
Well,
when
they were all beefed up. What I find hilarious, and it's insanity.
Some sculpts like the Bantha for Power of the Force is actually still worth something because it's a good sculpt. And people still like, I could still display that Bantha. But nobody wants to display the original 1995 Power of the Force figures because they look horrible. The jacked up ones.
Oh yeah, Luke on steroids.
His
chest is,
he looks like
Superman.
He looks like Superman with his chest out. It's like so thick.
Like the Ghostbusters birthday party. We want He-Man.
We want to be He-Man.
Bro.
He-Man. Yeah. But and obviously like the original figures, they look like toys, but they have they're original figures. They have the original charm. So there's a lot of demand there. Those are the original.
Well, speaking of demand, at Target is science. The cards are like limit 1 per customer to like decrease violence and like people are fighting over it. You go to Target, Pokemon are allowed 1 purchase per customer.
Oh, I did hear about that. I even heard that they were going to stop selling cards at Target.
I went to Target last week. We were doing some late night shopping, whatever, and she's buying stuff. I'm like, let me browse at the card section, and there's 2 women that are older than us, on their phones with their boyfriends or husbands, and their husbands are like, what Pokemon? And they're looking through all the Pokemon shit with the video call. And it's hilarious.
And they're going for cards?
Cards.
Yeah. But the new cards aren't really...
And then I see these other kids buying, hockey cards with, 15 things in their fucking crate. You want one? I'll give you one, bro.
Why is there a frenzy?
I don't know. I'm in the card aisle, and there's 8 people stocking shit with cards. They must have just got a shipment. And I'm like, I don't understand these cards.
Did you feel that you had to go over there?
I almost was like, man, I got to waste money, too.
I got to waste money. I know. It's kind of that thing.
So, right? She's has a card full of stuff. So I'm like, this little magic thing. Let me put it in there.
Yeah.
And usually she'll, buy a little knick-knack for me for, shopping.
Sure.
It's $40 for, Magic Modern Masters collector's edition.
Oh, one of those
booster.
Little tins or something, or just
I thought it was gonna be $10, whatever. It was $40, so I'm like, I can't justify. I took it out of the.
What? Yeah, but how much? What was it? A couple of packs and maybe some
Magic
dice?
is doing collector's editions where they're different colored cards, different. So
really trying to reel you in.
They are making this cool shit that we would love. They're doing the old borders on some of these.
Oh,
so it's the 2000 borders with the old colors.
And I love all that.
They're all the retro looks, and they're spicy. They are spicy.
That's spicy.
And they're right up our alley.
I like that because when they changed the design of the cards, when did they change the design of the cards? In 05 or 6 or 7?
I want to say 2008 maybe. So maybe 12, 13 years ago.
So Magic the Gathering cards, before when Sean was saying it in 08, right?
So they changed the design originally. It's the original design.
Oh, well,
and then 98 or so, they changed the design again. And that's the design we know of.
Yeah, well,
I mean... 98 design is different than the original design.
Well, no. I mean, the original design, you go from the Alpha set to maybe Mirage?
So I'd say...
It's got to be earlier than 98, Sean, because Urza...
Urza's have that set.
And
Urza's 98. Tempest, I think, has the old. That's right on the line.
Yeah, but
97, 98's the cusp.
Yeah, so that was when we were.
Urza's is 98. Tempest is 97.
Magic the Gathering. The Wrath block. Yeah, but also Exodus has it. So what else we got over here? So we got Tempest. Tempest was October 97.
Okay,
but that still has the style that we have. But what about right before that? Let's go a little bit before
Weatherlight.
Mirage.
Visions.
Yeah, but Mirage still has it, and that's October 96. Visions and
96 was 95 was Ice Age.
Ice Age is right before that. So I guess they changed.
94
Ice Age Alliances would have been right before. So that was probably when they changed it then, 96, right? Because
Ice Age 95, had the old.
Ice Age and Alliances had the old style, the oldest style of Magic
like the yellow was this weird looking yellow. It was very like not appealing looking.
Yes, no, and then they got a little sexier right after that with.
Well, speaking of a really fun set,
these go so far back now. It's
Dungeons
so
and Dragons is the new set.
I know, isn't that funny? So Magic, for any Magic the Gathering fans, they're doing a Dungeons and Dragons set. Which when I saw it, I was like, copyright infringement. And Sean's like, nah, they're actually doing. They're a set based off Dungeons & Dragons characters and creatures, right?
Yep. Yeah. And it's like the Beholder, which you would know is.
And so they're just kind of squeezing that into the Magic lore. Not that anybody really gives that many shits about the Magic lore and Urza and everything. You play the game because it's fun, and some of the stuff that they have behind it is interesting.
Like, there was like big backlash because they had this thing called Secret Lair. You buy these expensive cards.
Yeah.
And they meet a Walking Dead like cards. Everyone's like, "This is stupid." I thought it was terrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't have liked it either.
It's like Walking Dead Magic cards, and it was like characters from the show. I'm like, this is not Magic, and this is insulting.
At least D&D fits in that world.
It's
a
fantasy motif. It's spells, wizards, monsters.
Now, what if they did Lord of the Rings? I think that would probably be going too far. I think D&D fits. They are. Oh no, I feel like Dungeons and Dragons fits just enough because there's not enough lore behind D&D for me to give a shit. I think it's the same.
There's a lot of iconic D&D modes. Beholder's one. This is floating. There's like 3 eyeballs, giant mouth. You've definitely seen. That's the Beholder.
But those that kind of iconography and that stuff.
The Illithid are these like squid creatures.
You can fit that
in. Like suck people's brains, and they're like kinetic.
And then all the ideas of their paladins and all the other like
frost giants.
Exactly, and characters that you could be in D&D and characters you might like come across when you're playing the game, like you just said. It's just that like I feel like once you start going over to, because you have elves and all that in Magic the Gathering, but Middle Earth is a different thing.
They're doing
than Magic.
Artwork of like alternative cards, which has like old D&D covers from like the 80s, and it looks completely sick.
Oh, that's cool.
Fantastic.
I love
beautiful like vintage fantasy artwork.
Hand-woven artwork, yeah.
So I actually bought them. Mark Poole, famous Magic artist.
Oh yeah, he's one of the biggest. One of the Poole. Yeah, he's one of the biggest.
They did a Mark Poole collection.
He does a lot of the old lands.
It was $40 for 5 like iconic Mark Poole cards re-released in foil.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it was like original Counterspell, original birds. It was 3 other ones. It was 5. It was $40 for 5 foils.
You're really spending yourself on collectibles here, Sean. It does sound sexy. Let me see this Mark Poole collection.
Secret Lair Mark Poole. That's the only Secret Lair I bought, but I was like, I have to buy.
There was a few of them, right? The Secret Lair setup. Yeah. So let me see the Mark Poole one.
I saw them. Edition. They were so like spicy. I had to buy.
Oh, it's a pre-order still available. Oh, these are nice.
I bought them. There's $40. I missed the what's that?
I have that Counterspell, an original one.
Beta counter.
I have a beta one. Yeah, it's probably worth a lot of money actually.
Depending on condition, over $100, $200. If you have an alpha, you can get big money. But I think
it's beta just based on the border, but it's a thicker border. But it's in good condition. But I did use it in my.
How nice are those? And they're foil.
Gorgeous.
I bought them.
Gorgeous. They have regular and foil.
I missed the.
How much is regular? So they have foil and regular. Ooh, so you get Balance, Birds of Paradise, Brainstorm, Counterspell, Howling Mine, and
Howling Mine's another really nice. Wasteland's another beautiful.
They all look gorgeous. How I do wish they were in the old style, but because they're in the new style with the bold names, like we were just saying. But still, nonetheless, they look really good. It's the original artwork.
It's the first Magic cards I purchased in a pretty long time.
Yeah, this is a beautiful set. So this is just like a display piece, though, because what are you gonna do?
I'm not playing with them. No. I will when I play now. I go to like pre-releases or like some draft events. But.
Secret Lair. So it's six cards for $40. It is kind of expensive. But they're nice.
Who's the artist for the Afro? He did the famous painter.
Bob Ross.
I missed the Bob Ross lands.
Remember, we also mentioned those on the podcast.
Yeah, they were like big demand.
Yes.
They're really cool.
Yes.
Bob Ross landscapes. Yeah. I missed those. I wanted to buy them, but I missed the window to buy them.
Yeah.
And then the resale market was like $60.
I know. I'm buying too many collectibles to like go on Off the beaten path collectibles, unfortunately.
Like buying a new car, I'm like, man, my collectible budget's gotten very tight at this point.
That's the thing. It's like you can only how much can you possibly spend on collectibles? Especially with like Star Wars coming out with all these like cool. Oh, I gotta get 6 Emperor's Royal Guard. Echo Base Trooper? Why you need to army build, Sean? You need to buy fucking 8 of him.
There's no like Endor like cool Endor play sets that came out yet.
In current day, no, but I am also working on an Endor. So I just bought the Power of the Force.
Are you buying a custom made like you did with the Cantina?
Well,
Is there any nice custom Endors?
There is, but you know what I'm going to do? I have the Power of the Force, the bunker, the Echo Base bunker, not the Endor bunker, the fucking
satellite bunker.
Yeah, the satellite bunker door. The Power of Force made one, and it's actually good, and it's actually not cheap. It's check a look at it. I just bought that, and what I'll do is I'm gonna display these on shelves. Like I'll have like an Echo Base display, and I want to have like a little Tatooine Mos Eisley display, and I'll just have them on shelves because I can't do full dioramas. It just takes up too much fucking space.
Dude, I have two. I told you a horror story. I was away for 4 days.
Tell us the story.
So I have the Kryptonite. I have a Jabba's one also. The Jabba figures are bigger and less accessories, so it wasned too bad.
Good.
Like the Gamorrean guard, he like one of them lost the helmet. I'm like,
no,
oh shit!
Did you
and
find
I found
it?
it.
Oh, thank God.
But
God.
The Bestman trooper hats.
The Cloud City officers, they have like little blue hats that like if you breathe on it, it flies away, it disappears.
They're very poorly designed because they don't fit on
the head. They don't
head.
fit on the head.
It takes 5 minutes just to get the figure to stand there with the hat on.
Stand there with the hat because you could stand and then he falls and the hat disappears They're
very poorly designed.
Yeah, that's a poor.
And they're expensive. They were like $50 each.
Yeah, no, they're not cheap. They're probably more expensive now.
Oh wow.
Too.
I see. So $80.
Yeah, they're expensive. So I got it for $50.
And it's pretty small.
It's a little smaller scale than an actual scale, but I think for what it looks, it's fine. So I'm gonna.
It's funny as a kid, like I would see these and I would never have the money to buy them.
Exactly.
I would have like $10 to buy 2 figures.
And that doesn't come with any figures.
And these would be like $25.
Yes.
And it was like out of my budget as a kid.
Yes.
But I was also like, oh, I want one of those. And
yes.
I would never get them.
Exactly. That was exactly the thing. And
so this one's $80 or best offer, $19.97.
Yeah. So I paid about $55.
Oh, so it has a price tag on it from when I was in the store.
I have mine at my house. I brought it there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that up. I'm going to buy some.
It doesn't come with sand or wood or.
But no. Oh, it does come with the wood. That wood and the
catapult.
Catapult comes with it. Yeah. So that at least it comes with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Michael's. I'll buy some green moss. And I'll buy some fucking fake twigs or whatever, and I'll just set up, and it's Endor. And I have a bunch of the Ewoks from now, too. So
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I have a few Scout Troopers, so I'll set up some Scout Troopers.
Yeah, it says with swinging tree branch and rock launcher, exclamation
Well,
mark.
for like Sean said, for $29.99 in 1998, you better have at least got that. But like Sean said, this set didn't come with any figures, and it was beyond your budget as a kid, so you couldn't really get something like that. I remember seeing it.
It says on the box, figures sold separate.
Buy your figures elsewhere. Yeah, exactly. So this is like a play set.
And the old 80s ones, came with figures.
A lot of them did, yeah. A lot of them, like the Cantina play set came with.
Did you see that? That listing I sent you was the Max Rebo sealed 80s.
I saw that.
It's a little pricey.
Sean sent me an original Max Rebo set in box. What was it? How much? 400?
600.
600.
And there was like hits on it. Like he was getting offers.
Wow, it's beautiful.
He was getting offers, probably not for full. People were like, "I'll give you 3. I'll give you 4."
I mean, I have the original Max Like I don't have a lot of original Star Wars figures, like original from the 80s, 70s, and 80s. Except for I have the original 12 right here, and I have the bulb. Like I went for like the most important ones. I felt like
those are very iconic.
Yeah, like I wanted like the first 12 because like those are super sought after.
How much was the plastic casing for that?
100. The acrylic, yeah, it was like 100. Yeah, not cheap. Even the acrylic ain't cheap. Yeah, so just in case that was $100. Oh yeah, it's like a museum piece now.
It makes it just elevates.
It elevates its status as a collectible for sure. And then I bought all of the bounty hunters, but they were like some of them were missing accessories and shit. But I'm picking up the accessories one by one.
I told you as a kid, I remember you getting that Bostic figure.
I probably did.
We bought at this like weird store next to the bowling alley.
Zigzag. You're right. I bought 2 figures. Original figures
in like the lunchroom, and we're like young kids, maybe 8, 9 years old.
How did you remember where I got it from?
Because you said TikTok. For whatever reason, it's like
But I didn't. You knew where I got it before I even said Zigzag Records.
For some reason, it's like embedded in my mind because I was like, "Wow, that's
it's
cool."
a kind of an important, cool thing that you remember
like
as a kid.
Before eBay, so it's like, where'd you get that?
Right. Well, what happened was someone tipped me off that Zigzag Records in Staten Island.
It's probably been closed for 20 years.
It's been closed for a while now, at least 10 years, maybe longer. They were selling Star Wars figures, and I heard that, and I was like, so I had to go there, and they were selling original Star Wars figures.
Your dad's like, oh, you want to get records? Cool.
Yeah,
You're like, nah,
I'm buying their loose Star. And they had a bucket of loose figures that they would sell for like $4.
This is the internet spying on you. You go on eBay and it's showing you Pokemon.
Blastoise. Sean's like,
I'm on Phil's iPad, and it's giving him Pokemon card ads. I
don't even use that iPad either. Yeah.
It spies on you.
It knows what you're looking at. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a first edition.
That's nice. First edition.
First edition Blast. So we went to a card show.
I've got the footage. We're gonna put it up on the account when I get a fucking chance. But yeah, we went to a card expo in New Jersey, and it was a nice, fun little day. We'll put the footage up.
We didn't get any crazy deals. We both spent probably like $50.
Yeah, about $50. I bought a non-first edition but shadowless red cheek Pikachu in good condition for $40.
Great deal.
Yeah.
I realized I bought mostly like Team Rocket foils. I bought
Sean was buying things that he needed to complete his set. Sean's trying to complete the original sets up to Neo.
I can't do Neo. It's too expensive. Even Jim, I'm like right now.
I know because you were telling me Lugia is $500.
Lugia, like, it's like right on 6-7 at this point. It's like I can't pay for that. One of the only expensive ones I'm really missing is Rocket Charizard. Is like a couple hundred. It's like I get a shitty. I get $250.
It's insanity
which
that
I can't justify.
Those sets now are hundreds of dollars. Like
and gym leaders are pricey, but I have most of the expensive gym. Like I have 2 Blaine's Charizards. That's the most pricey.
Yes.
So I was talking to Gary at the John Lamberti's wedding, and we talked about Pokemon cards because he was big into it.
Does he have his?
He has his. He showed me a picture of all his foils.
What's he got? Good stuff.
Very good stuff.
Wow, yeah.
He's like, I thought about selling, but I kept it.
Good, smart.
Gary, bro, you got his wife over here. He's like, ooh, like
money,
a couple $1,000. She's like, you better sell that now. And he's like,
hold on to that.
He's like, I ain't selling shit.
Nah, yeah. That's what I was like.
He had an impressive collection.
Should I pull out? Should we pull out?
But he said though he got rid of like. He said he regrets getting rid of all the shitty cards. He has no.
That's what I did.
He only has foils. He said.
That's what I have. I got rid of all my commons in 2004. In this casing here, I had about 5,000 commons. I had one.
See, I kept like one of everyone. I got rid of the bulk shit.
Oh, you kept I have some scraps left over, but the great majority, and this is shadowless majority. So I had a lot of shadowless because we were in the game early, and some first edition. But first editions I would have pulled out. But I was selling them 1,000 cards per auction on eBay in 2004.
I have base set complete, jungle at 90, fossil at 90.
I would probably have to complete sets with commons. I'd have to go back buy some.
The gym sets I'm at like 60%.
Really? I think I would probably be more like
Neo was like the last cards I really bought.
I probably have about 1,000 commons left in there that I didn't unload, but
what sucks is I did get a first edition Neo box. I got it for like Christmas or my birthday. I don't know what it was.
Oh yeah, a Neo box. See, by the time Neo was coming around, I was kind of fading out,
and I didn't get the Lugia. First edition Lugia is like $1,500.
I bet. I mean, if the regular one's going for 500, I'm just happy enough that I have like shadowless Charizards at this point, given how much they're expensive. Like I post. There's like the Pokemon buy and sell group, and I post pictures of my page of Charizards. And people are like, yo, you have to put those in top loaders right now. Like why are you keeping them in a binder? Because they're so expensive now. And like
we had this talk, and I was talking to Gary too. So me and Gary were talking. He's like, I want to get them graded, but like they're outrageously. So Gary goes, you look at the grades. I'm like, yeah, dude. He's like, it's $150 a card. I can't afford
the
this.
Prices are insane.
And I told him, I said, not only is it $150 a card, it's like 6 months waiting list
or longer.
So
the lead time could be as much as 8 or 9 months.
I told him, you went to get graded 3 years ago. It was $30.
Yeah,
in 3 weeks.
Yeah, the COVID craze has just ballooned it.
You can't get cards graded.
No, it's not even worth it
to
get
slabs in the market.
Slab, you got slabs.
Slabs is the lingo.
Slabs is the lingo for graded cards.
People
PSA
even get
graded.
pack slabbed.
I know they do.
Remember there was that guy with the fossil first edition.
Not interested in that, but I mean, like, I get the logic. Seal it up, but like. I'm going by weight if I'm buying it from you anyway. If it doesn't have if it's not weighted for a foil.
If I had 3 base set packs, one of each, the Venusaur, Charizard, I would get them in like framed and put like the 3.
That's a beautiful masterpiece right there. Nice collector's piece.
You know what I thought about doing?
That's like for me. That's kind of like this original 12. But I don't.
You know what I want to do?
I don't know what I would do with Pokemon cards.
I have those really beautiful proxy moxes.
You have great ones. You should get those graded.
They're like, you can't get that. The Wizards
I know they fucking
people went
came
to jail.
They came down on that. I know.
You can't.
I had the opportunity to pick them up.
This was about 2-3 years ago.
Is that how far back it goes? Yeah. Because we have the video of it.
You can't even get those.
We put the video on our YouTube.
But I have them. So I think I want to get them framed and just
get
have
framed.
Like, the Moxes framed.
That's a beautiful
with Lotus
display
and
piece.
Just have that like on my wall.
Beautiful
framed.
display piece. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
You do it. Definitely do it. Yeah.
And like they're not real, but it's
They
look real. They look real.
They look great.
And it's a beautiful display.
Because when you got them, you were telling me, nah, they don't look that good. There's this little white nick in the corner of the border, and I was like,
perfect.
No, the original ones had
the
that
white nick. Yeah,
that little white nick. Yeah.
So like that's gonna be a product of mine when I get my first house, or I'm gonna frame those.
You're gonna get your first house by selling them.
So I was gonna steal them, like ooh, and then they'd be like, these are fraudulent, under arrest.
I mean, they're so good though. You'd really need like a master.
You need like. So I remember, like,
you need like a master to figure out. If
I had a couple of these proxies, and I was like trading them and shit. And I got a couple good trades. I got some ports. And Steve LaManna was like, "Wait a minute, let me look at this." He goes, "Oh, you see this texture over here? But he's a freaking owned a card store. He's an expert, you know."
Right. Somebody like that, you know, is gonna know. But like for me or you, you know. They look great. Those.
Yes, I'm gonna display.
Great proxies. For those who don't know what proxies are, they're fakes.
They're fakes,
but really good fakes.
So there's 2 promos. I'm thinking about. I saw a listing on like some weird shit. There's the 2 promos you can't complete in the Black Stars.
Okay, so the Black Star Pokemon promos, I guess we're talking about, this is mostly, we did say our 50th episode is going to be about mostly collectibles. So if anybody doesn't give a shit about collectibles, I guess they're tuning out. But I feel like a lot of
collectibles are hot now.
They're hot now. Our fan base, I mean, we're not doing it because it's hot. We're doing it because we're in it. I'm assuming
it's a hobby of ours, and collectibles are the hottest they've ever been.
And they're hottest they've ever been, and I'm assuming a lot of our fan base probably agrees, right? Anybody who's the listener base.
People that listen to our show have bought buying nerdy shit.
If they're not buying nerdy shit right now, they're at least they're a little bit. They've heard that it's hot right now, especially Pokemon. I mean, look at Logan Paul during the fight. Did you see the jewelry he was wearing?
First edition Charizard
necklace.
I didn't watch your fight.
Neither did I. I refused to pay for it. Steve, friend of the cast, Steve paid for it.
He's the moronic assholes.
I paid these $70 for it.
Floyd Mayweather.
I gave them money.
I couldn't even watch the YouTube clips. I'm like, this sucks.
I watched some scattered clips, and I was like, blah, happy I didn't watch it.
No, of course not.
Yeah. But
yeah, he walked in the first edition like
first
gold
edition
chain.
Charizard on his chain. What is that? What is the actual retail PSA 10 first edition Charizard? Is it 150,000? I know one of them.
I think it's 250.
Yeah, it's give or take because I know they were varying. They were ranging from 150 to 500. Right? He bought that PSA 10 one from that old man, right? For that's on Lionheart's channel or whatever.
He's like one of the reasons his Pokemon cards blew up.
Who Leonhardt, whatever his name is.
Well, Leonhardt does.
Logan Paul. Logan Paul has had widespread
He bought like a first edition box for like couple $100,000, like $500,000, and then everyone's like, "Wow, that's cool."
Yeah. It
these
really
are 20-year-olds that like were babies and the cards were out.
That's the funny thing is that Logan Paul was not, you know what I mean, around. I guess he probably came around. He was probably playing Pokemon.
We're like 10 years older than him.
Yeah, we're maybe 7 years older. Right, he's like 26, and I'm 33.
They came out in '99.
Right,
we were 11 years old.
So he would have been five. But maybe during.
But 5-year-olds
some of the later
buy cards and
for
shit.
sure, and figure some of the. But he probably didn't have any first editions or anything.
When we
like
were playing Pokemon and going to card stores at that time in '99, 2000, there was 6-year-olds in the stores with us playing and buying cards.
Yeah, exactly. So they would have been that, but they wouldn't have maybe had. You know, like the first edition base set stuff, and like they would have maybe came around more with Neo and stuff.
It's the 6-year-olds that were playing Magic when it came out now that have these monster cards.
True.
They were, you know.
Or if you were like, you know, imagine if you were, you know, when in 1993, if you were like a 12-year-old kid and you held on, you know.
So like my cousin Billy has complete Arabian Nights set, except one.
City of Brass.
The number one.
Baghdad
Library
of Alexandria.
And he said, like, he got ripped off at a comic book convention.
Oh, you've told this story numerous times.
But, no. Even the Arabian Nights Mountain, which is the only land they released with the Arabian Nights land. And there's, like, a famous, iconic Magic player like, in the Hall of Fame. He played, like, a burn deck. And all his lands are Arabian Night Mountain.
Yeah.
It's weird they only came out with Mountain. Like, there's no other Arabian Night lands but Mountain.
Really?
And that mountain's worth $300-$400.
You think there should be, like, a Plains or something?
It's $300 for a freaking
Get out of here,
mountain.
Yeah. Well, you go that far
nondescript
back.
mount. It just has a little like sword on.
I love that little sword. That's a great little.
First ever Magic.
The first expansion set. Yeah. Beautiful little sword on
Aladdin. Yeah. The Djinns.
Shazam the Djinn. Yeah. Shazam.
Ali of Cairo.
Yeah. Classic stuff. Yeah. City of Brass, of course, that was continuously reissued. I used it in a few decks myself playing in tournaments. Great set.
City of Brass is a very iconic card.
Very iconic. The whole set's library.
They re-released it in Modern Masters, which is like Modern Masters is sets for pricey players. That was a pack I was buying. It's like Modern Masters 2 or something.
Right.
But they're priced where it's like $20 a fucking pack. So it's
not interested, yo.
It's just too like they have epic
too
cards
rich for my blood.
Like you can get Force of Wills foils in these things that are worth hundreds of dollars.
Right.
But it's like
those are sick.
I can't afford $20 pack. I can't even buy packs. I buy packs to play with friends.
No, I know.
I don't buy them to collect.
I can't. And yeah, right. That's the difference. You play, you screw around. I can't collect Magic cards too. I'm doing enough collecting as it is, as we could see here. But to go back to the Pokemon collecting thing, I don't. If you're anybody who played Pokemon, they had the promo cards, which was the set, the Black Star promos. Now they go up to they were
52,
numbered,
I believe.
1 to 52 or 53.
And it's over about 2.5 year period.
So at the card convention that we went to, I filled in one of my. I was missing. What was that fire Pokemon card? See, that was Entei, which is again that by when you're.
He was probably in the 30s or 40s, I want to say.
Yeah, he was in the numbers.
So each card
but he's not part of the 151. So you see, anything after the 151, I completely lose track. I know Sneasel and Steelix and Lugia.
So each Black Star has a number on the bottom right corner.
A little number, and there are Black Star.
And that's the number of the Black Star.
And of course,
list.
you want to collect all the numbers. If you got 5, well, where's 1, 2, 3, and 4? You want them all.
The biggest one, which I'm glad I bought it before the trend, and I still spent $200 on it, was Birthday Pikachu.
Me too. I see a couple right before this craze. In fact,
but how did we miss it? Because I was looking at the history of Birthday Pikachu. We could pull it up now.
Yeah, it was right after me.
No, we were playing. We missed it somehow.
Then we missed it somehow. I think it was.
It was like a mail-in or some shit.
It was, but I believe it was September 01. I was out by then. I got banned.
9/11. You stopped playing Pokemon.
I stopped playing Pokemon really in July of 01. Or no, when they banned me. The East Coast Super Trainer Showdown when I came in top 2. Was in June of 2001. The next month, Wizards of the Coast banned me. And I was supposed to go to the Tropical Mega Battle in Hawaii, and I didn't go. So I was pretty much out at that point, and I do believe Birthday Pikachu came out that September.
All right, so the card was available in English through a Wizards of the Coast mail campaign.
Right.
Where fans were asked to draw a picture of their favorite card.
2 ways to get it. There was that way and then another reissue.
So it was a mail-in. It's not saying what year. I'm trying to look. All right. Usually the Wikipedia.
Pretty sure it's 01.
The Bulbapedia is like the very
right.
So this is number 24 on the list.
Mm-hmm.
The attack is hilarious. So the card, the artwork's very iconic.
Let me pull out my. Maybe we should pull out my promo binder here and start.
The artwork is beautiful. It's just
great artwork. Yeah.
Very popping, bright Pikachu card, and there's like presents. There's a birthday cake with like strawberries on it. And it's a foil.
We got 2 binders here.
So
we got 2 binders here.
The card, the attack says birthday surprise.
Birthday surprise. Miraculous comeback.
If it's not your birthday, this attack does 3 damage. If it is your birthday, flip a coin.
How do you determine this?
If heads, this attack does 30 damage plus 50 more damage.
Okay.
So you essentially do 80 damage with 2 energies if it's your birthday.
It's a massive hit. Here we are.
So you can play that in tournaments and just have 4 birthday Pikachus on and say it's your birthday.
Look at this, Sean.
Judge, it's not his birthday.
Judge. Here we got my promo binder here with all the fixes. Birthday Pikachu. Beautiful artwork.
I just got Pokemon Snap.
Oh, the game.
So there's another of my fucking purchases never got in the mail, and I'm busy, so I don't keep track of my purchases. I'm like, where the fuck is his promo? So I go on eBay,
these are nice though. Look at all this.
Beautiful,
they look beautiful, right?
So I've gotten a little I didn't complete. So I was telling you
you're not Black Star promos are not yet complete.
There's some of them that are pricey.
What's number 9? I'm missing number 9. What do you know what one it is? These original ones from the Pokemon movie and everything. If people can't remember that. What you remember? What number 9?
I'm pulling up the list here.
Remember Jigglypuff promo? That was hard to come by for a little bit.
Then I got the beginning was Black Star promo list.
Lily Pad. I'm not missing many. I got Surfing Pikachu here.
Lily Pad's pricey. Lily Pad's like $50.
Oh, I got him right here.
I'm missing Lily Pad.
I got him right here. I bought them before a balloon.
So there's 2 Holy Grails, Lucky Stadium and Pokemon Center.
Yeah, I noticed that. Those are too expensive.
So
I don't have those. I would love to complete.
I saw online you can get proxies of them for well, you just throw them in there just so.
I'd rather get the originals. And for those for the more mainstream.
I saw a listing for both. It was $1,200 and it sold.
$1,200? Are they really going for that much money?
All right, so I have the whole list here.
Here for those that don't know the more esoteric ones but know the mainstream ones. Sean, take them. Show them these. Take a gander, Sean.
Oh, you're missing 9. 9's Mew foil.
Mew foil? I have Mew foil.
You should have.
I have tons of it.
You should have Mew foil.
Should I?
Oh, he has a whole. I
have a whole binder. Page. You have a whole binder full of Mew foil. Okay, you're right. Because 8 is non-foil, and then Mew is foil Mew.
So Cool Pori got another one that went down in price. Originally, It was only if you bought N64. N64 special edition.
The special edition Pokemon Stadium one, right? And that was only. Then they reissued it.
It's a beautiful one. It's cool.
It comes in the full envelope too. It comes with the plastic.
The Venusaur is pricey.
That was difficult to come by. That was the trading card game.
The median price for Venusaur is $200.
No way.
That's
Holy
average price.
Shit.
The high was $3.
So that was difficult to get at the time because that was in the trading card game
player's guide.
And problem was that
it wasn't sealed.
It wasn't sealed, and people would steal it. So
I actually bought it in the player's guide, but
you didn't get it.
I got it.
Oh, you did. Oh,
but I searched it and got it.
Nice. I remember some kid at the Pokemon League.
Actually, I might have bought it on eBay.
You might have had to
for like $20 at the time.
What happened the day it came out?
Pokemon Snap Pikachu. Medium price $40. I paid like $25 for it.
What's a Shadowless Charizard going for?
Well, continue.
What's a first edition Charizard going for, Sean?
Yeah, you wish you had one. No, so the Entei medium price is $6.37. You paid $5. So that's online.
$6? You saying?
Yeah, you paid $5. So
it's fine.
Pokemon Center. This is the Holy Grail.
Why is that the Holy Grail? Where was that available?
So only available when they opened the Nintendo store in Manhattan. And you had to go during one weekend. They gave it out in the Nintendo store in Manhattan in 2000. The year 2000. They gave it out only in the Nintendo store in Manhattan. That's why it's going for $750. Lucky Stadium also $750.
Where was that available?
That I'm not sure. Those are the 2 most expensive. So this is where I'm up to. Lily Pad Mew, $50. I'm missing that. Articuno. Do you have Articuno?
He's
$50. Man, these guys are pricey. Snorlax, $60. That's why I stopped buying them.
Right. Well, what happened was
these are like the last ones on the list.
Before the craze happened, I had a sudden urge to kind of complete some Pokemon cards that I was missing. I was like, you know what? I want to buy the Black Star promos because I always wanted to complete the set, but I didn't do it. So I started buying them, but I didn't get them all. And then I bought a few different things. I bought sealed original pack decks, so I have all the original decks from the first thing.
It's funny, I
have Overgrowth and Blackout and Zap.
Man, this is a beautiful binder.
It is, right?
I have like printouts in my binder for this, but how did you get this binder? This is.
It was from the Super Trainer Showdown.
Yeah, this is. Why don't I have one of these binders?
I think it was top 8 gift.
This is a beautiful binder.
You like that binder, right?
This is
nice, right?
This is a spicy binder.
That's the original card, standard card binder. This is the promo binder, which has some like stickers and stuff, and then also some of these from, of course. Where are these from, Sean?
He has Blockbuster Pokemon Snap
pictures. Pokemon Snap pictures from the kiosk.
So
this one I had the super glue on.
The last promo. Right? So at this point I was far removed from Pokemon.
Yeah.
This is 2002. So I think I lost it 6 months after.
Wait. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. How much are they going for? Because I have.
No, those are movie. There's another Articuno. Movie's like $8.
No, these aren't the movies, are they?
Yeah, those are the Lugia movie, the second one. There's another Articuno where he's like on a cave or some shit.
Sounds
yeah.
pricey.
See this one?
Let me see.
This one's $50.
$50. I can't afford any of this.
So the last one is
These are nice,
Suicune.
Suicune, yeah. How much is that?
And that's for Pokemon Forever, which was, I think, the third Pokemon movie, which none of us watched.
I roll.
Second Pokemon movie was the last one we saw.
That was the one with Ancient Mew.
So, yeah, the last, 7 are expensive. I mean, they're like $30 to $60. That's why I like, for me to complete it, it's another $200, $300, and I'm like, one day. But this is the last one I bought on my class to collect. It was $10.
Magmar.
So
that's nice.
No, I bought Scyther. I got him.
I'm missing. I guess I'm missing these.
Like Lily Pad Mew's when I stopped buying.
Okay, I picked up Lily Pad Mew because that was like
an iconic Japanese,
one, right? Exactly.
So I stopped getting Lily Pad Mew and on. I didn't buy because they're all $60 each.
What number is that?
So I'm up to Lily Pad Mew. It's 47. So I'm missing 5. Okay. Snorlax 60.
They're only going up to 52 or 53.
52. So yeah, I'm up to. I like Electabuzz, which is cheap, $8.
I might have to nab these to
Lily Pad Mew, Articuno, Snorlax, Celebi's 30, not bad. Rapidash isn't even listed, which is probably not good.
Yeah, it's probably not good if the numbers aren't there.
So
Pokemon Stadium is the most expensive one, and how much is that? They're like ridiculous.
So Pokemon Center,
and
Lucky Stadium,
They're
on average $600 to $700 per card.
Insanity. Hold on, I gotta plug the charger in, but I mean these numbers are insanity. They've been going up since the last time I looked. Because when I was trying to complete this, a couple months ago,
before the craze, if you wanted 2018, you could have bought Pokemon Center for like $200,
right?
Which is still pricey, but doable. Now $600-700, even the collectors are like, ugh.
These prices are insanity.
Like everyone's like, oh, my girlfriend is gonna kill me if I buy this shit.
Yeah, these prices are absolute lunacy. But right. So I'm happy I was able to get what I was able to get before the craze, and I also bought sealed original decks, which I have out there, but they're in my Detolf class display.
Beautiful display.
Right, it's the original theme deck. So Zap, Blackout, Brushfire.
Blackout was my favorite. Hitmonchan.
I think I liked Zap, but Blackout was, I think, maybe
Hitmonchan was the best. So it was
why? Well, yeah, but Zap, you got Mewtwo, but it wasn't the good Mewtwo. It wasn't the good Mewtwo. Promo Mewtwo was usable. Yeah,
the base 72 was shit. It was like 60
HP, not enough.
Crap.
Yeah, it's crap. But yeah,
if you look at the modern cards, I was curious.
Oh no, now they're crazy.
I looked at YouTube like the last championship.
You've been watching? Sean's watching actual Pokemon games go on.
I watched like a synopsis of it, and they're like guys at 300 HP, and I'm like,
the game has changed quite a bit.
The game was we were playing it very simplistic.
It was simple, but it was broken. It was never meant to be a competitive game, so the game was unbalanced and flawed. But now they fixed it.
On fire, they can't. I mean,
isn't that funny? Because I remember thinking
the game's dead.
Yeah, I remember thinking as a kid though that. Like when people would say it, this Pokemon thing's a fad, and I would like as a 12-year-old agree. I'm like, yeah, it is, but I still like it. But here we are, and that's 2000. Here we are, 21 years later, and it's like still strong as. And you know, it's the most profitable like franchise of all time, beyond Star Wars too. Like the most money-making franchise revenue-wise of all time.
I said Nintendo made 800, some absurd number.
$800 trillion off of it.
The Switch is like. Outsold the Xbox all time.
Has it?
Yeah, the Switch is a smashing success.
Yeah.
The Wii U was an epic failure. I think like Steve Sprung is the only one that bought one.
Steve Sprung was the only one who bought one.
But like, I have a Switch Lite. I love it.
Yeah. You have a Switch Lite.
I'm playing Zelda 5 years later, and it's
sure.
Steve's like, oh, that's my favorite game.
Yeah. Steve played it.
He got a tattoo of
day one, and he stuck that tattoo up his ass. But so
he does have Link on his ass cheek.
Yeah, every time he takes a dump, Link's like this.
hey, listen, like the fairy.
Hey. Yeah, but crazy that it's still going on. But okay, so we went through all our collectibles. Any other collectible talk?
I think we covered the collectibles.
We certainly covered collectibles in this episode. So do you want to maybe top it off with some
new content?
Yeah. Have you watched any new content? Speaking of which, any content that we can make commentary on?
So Castlevania, I'm watching.
Oh, yeah.
I took a break watching TV because I've been watching hockey playoffs the last 2 months, and the Islanders had an epic run, 1 game short of the cup.
That's right.
As an Islanders fan, I was very impressed, very happy, but also very sad because you were so far to the glory land. We were 1 game away.
Sean, how long you been an Islanders fan? This kid was a Habs fan his whole life. This isn't a sports podcast.
Listen, enough.
Sean's a Canadians fan. You remind me of another person that we know that was lifelong Mets fan and was like, I'm done, and they pull out a Yankee hat.
That's embarrassing.
That's funny.
I've been an Honest fan about 4 years. So.
It's very depressing. You got your Detroit Tigers shirt on.
I've always been a Detroit fan. Always. Everyone that knows me knows that.
Yeah. That's funny.
Castlevania, fantastic on the 4th and last season. I'm about 2/3 done, and it's just unreal. Highly recommend.
Have you watched any of the Star Wars Bad Batch?
So I watched maybe 3 episodes.
Okay.
And I kind of watched it in passing. I was like playing
Me too.
Magic Online.
That's how I've been watching it. That's how I've been watching it. There was one episode I liked so far. Like, well, there's a couple of them. It's okay.
I was like, ooh, Tarkin, and then I stopped and watched.
But
he's like 2-minute clip of him
yelling
at subordinates.
Yeah, that
idiots, and then like
fools. Yeah, that should
take care of this immediately, and then like walks off.
And then Sean clicked. But yeah, that was one of the better parts. But I like the episode where they have to wrangle a Rancor. And it turns out to be spoiler alert. It turns out to be the Rancor from
Jabba.
Yeah, it's like it's a baby.
Well, I see that's interesting.
They're the ones that get it to Jabba.
That's interesting to me because I always like, how did they get there?
They wrangled it for a price, and it turns out like Bib Fortuna was the one who sent out the contract to get the pet.
I love it. I think Bib. It was great seeing a fat, shitty Bib that's killed. Like,
yeah. Hey, Boba! It's nice to see you. I would have liked to see a little more of him before he just
I want to see
whacked.
an episode of Bib, not a fucking post-credit scene.
A post-credit 30-second where he gets whacked immediately.
Give me like one episode where Bib's like running around,
I would have
barking orders.
Right, I would have loved to see Bib on the throne.
Like, why couldn't that have been episode 1 of Boba Fett Diaries?
Right, that would have been a good way to start it off. Right.
Oh, I got I'm sorry, spaceship.
Star of Spaceship 1. Yes, Boba Fett's spaceship here. Right.
Oh, the repairs of your spaceship.
So Boba Fett though, I mean, Bib Fortuna was on the sales barge though. I guess he hopped off. A few people hopped off. They made it because who was also on it?
They changed the lore though because the original legends.
Well, yeah, a lot of legends canon.
The Bomar monks kill him and sever his brain and becomes a Bomar.
He becomes a Bomar monk. I heard that.
Which are these spider droids with the brain?
Yeah, that you see
which
first.
I own the figure. I bought
Me
loose.
too. I have it. Well, you need it if you got a Boba
figure.
Fett thing.
And the loose is like $35-$40.
Oh,
loose.
Thank God! I know they have
card. $100.
The Jabba's Denizen set, like where you get the
dog,
the
frog dog.
So expensive. Yeah,
I couldn't even afford the frog dog.
I have the frog dog.
Frog dog was like $50 loose.
He's like 50 or 60 loose. I know.
And it's a frog dog that eats a fly. Like that's his whole.
That's a different one. That's the one outside. That's like a blurt or whatever it's called. Or maybe those are two different creatures though. There's the frog dog that barks, and then there's the frog.
I know the one
creature.
Outside that eats like a fly,
and then he burps.
He eats like a little bird or something.
Yeah, and then he eats it.
But
those are two different creatures. But yeah,
they're the same creature.
I think they're two different creatures.
Definitely not.
I'm almost
the figurine is the one outside eating the fucking.
No, the figurine is the one barking.
They're two frog dogs.
Agree to disagree, but I'm pretty sure they're two different creatures.
Anyone knows a cast message us on the Facebook page.
Let us know. Facebook page, YouTube comments.
The frog dog's different creatures.
The frog dog, because there's a chained up like dog that barks inside Jabba's palace, and then there's like a frog dog creature
outside Jabba's
palace.
And he eats a bird.
And he eats not a bird,
the flying creature.
The frog bird.
Well, he eats like a scurrying thing.
Scurrying creature, yeah, and he whips it with his tongue
and
then he
eats it and burps.
Yes.
I believe they're the same creature.
I don't know, but
they're like guard dogs. You have some and you have some out.
Maybe. Let me see.
They're guard frog dogs.
Let's see. Jabba's palace. Dead air here.
He's doing his research.
We got to do this. It's
a good question because we don't usually have discrepancies. So.
No, we don't. Yeah. If anybody could tell us what was that frog thing outside Jabba's palace, eats animal, burps, and so somebody already asked this question 4 years and 10 months ago on Sci-Fi Stack Exchange.
Oh, my favorite website.
I tried looking it up, and I'm sure I've heard it called wart, sever, or frog dog. So yeah, wart. I like wart. Oh, wart. I know because that creature was in Star Wars Galaxies, the game when you're hopping around. They're two different creatures, Sean. They look very similar though.
Let me see the visuals here.
Okay. So here we got Jabba's guard dog.
One is frog dog and one is wart. Wart would be
no, they're all the same name, but here's the two. Here's Jabba's dog. That's the creature that you're talking about. Here's him. That's the one. That's the one.
That's the figure.
That's the figure, and then here is the one that eats the thing and burps. They're very similar. We'll give you that much.
And they're on the split screen time. They have the same shape. And
same shape, same
and like characteristics of like bulbous alien dog reptile.
I will admit they are very similar looking, except for this
one outside's more scaly. That's all.
Yeah, he's maybe a little more reptilian than the. All
right, that's some good trivia right there.
Some good trivia because they do. Look
you do a Star Wars trivia with experts. As the final question, people would get that right.
That's a good question, right?
What is the name of Jabba's frog dog?
Yeah, so
his name's Wart.
Oh no, Wart is the type of creature outside that did the burp. His creature is Bubo.
So Wart and Bubo.
Yeah, Wart is the type of creature that was outside, and then Bubo.
These are very specific.
These are
alien stats.
A little too. They're so specific.
These are for experts.
This is expert level,
and we're like high level. This is like even above our pay.
This is premium level stuff. Well, I know the dog because I bought it for my
I
Jabba's
buy
Palace
it. It was $60 for a
expensive.
fucking alien dog.
But you know what?
$60.
I needed him because
not on card. On card was like $200. I know. This is outrageous.
In insanity prices. No, I know. It's insanity. So many of those figures got insanity, but
that like 2010 line is just fucking price.
Legacy line is super expensive of Star Wars figures because
getting the fucking dreadnoughts are outrageous.
Which one is that? Dreadnoughts?
I probably said it wrong. The Ugnaughts, sorry.
Oh yeah, the Ugnaughts. Oh man, those are expensive. When they came out with that the freezing chamber, the carbonite chamber set, those legacy Ugnaughts, because those are really good sculpts of them, and they come with the
the old ones are dumpy as hell.
Yeah, the Power of the Force ones. I was gonna buy them to add more Ugnaughts to the thing, and then you said, "Nah, they suck. I have them."
Well, they're not the same size. That's the problem.
Were they a little too big?
The regular ones are bigger. The Ugnaughts are like Jawa size.
Really?
They lose the same kind of mold like they're Jawa size. So
not
as
these
big.
Yeah.
So they kind of have a height differential.
Sure.
So it just doesn't look good when they're next hand in hand.
That's unfortunate because like in the scene, there's kind of more than two Ugnaughts there. There's a couple. There's one's fiddling at the bottom.
And funny, no one even knew what the fucking Ugnaught was. So Mandalorian.
Until Queel, yeah.
I have spoken.
I have spoken. This is the way I have spoken.
So speaking of Mandalorian, I just purchased
What'd you get?
The Thrawn, the Legacy of Thrawn.
Oh yes, the Legacy of Thrawn, and you also bought you got what's it called? You got the Heir to the Empire, right?
Heir to the Empire. So
that's the classic novel that we all love.
There's a lot of rumors that Mandalorian is kind of going into that story arc.
Oh yeah, it's
leading all into
certainly mixing there, right?
And
where's Grand Admiral Thrawn? They mention his name.
And
we think he's coming now.
And now
that we've got through
with Luke making his appearance, it's all leading up to it.
Yeah, but like you can't have Luke Skywalker. Not that we're gonna divulge. We should leave this for the next episode, but we'll delve on it a little bit. I mean, now that I feel like the Luke arc, the Luke and Baby Yoda arc is over.
It's done.
Are we going to like?
You won't see Grogu again for another 20 years in the canon, I think.
I think they'll bring him back just because money. I think because it was so much of a financial impact.
See him in the background and like a seat, like a
maybe, but it was such a financial grand slam for Disney. I think they're gonna be like, you gotta bring Grogu back. You gotta look at the money because like you see that toy of all the new merchandise.
You see kids wearing T-shirts.
I got my son a Baby Yoda T-shirt, but yeah, of course, because it's so. It was a hit. Nothing like
I'm sure he loves that.
They tried the porgs.
Green baby
green creature, alien. But like the porgs, like they tried that with the porgs. Oh, we need something cute like the Ewoks for the new movie. Porgs. But like that didn't really hit.
Nothing hit. The new movie's
nothing hit.
Trash.
Really? Is that where we're calling them straight trash, yo? I mean, we could talk about it till we're blue in the face, right? Are they more of a failure than the prequels, though?
I like the prequels better. I think Phantom actually is a good movie.
Well, I like Phantom Menace. The problem is that the characters in the Phantom Menace are so weak. Like everything is just
Jar Jar
wooden.
Sucks.
Well, aside from Jar Jar, Jar Jar goes without saying.
I think Padme's very boring.
Exactly. Like they're all kind of wooden, and I think that's really kind of the biggest thing.
And like their whole
and the story is convoluted.
Their love connection's terrible. Like there's no chemistry at all.
Well, you know what? I put on Attack of the Clones in the background the other day, and I was like, "Oh, this movie sucks." Like just even some parts where
the Droid Factory, I just was like, "What a puke."
Oh yeah.
CGI at its worst.
CGI, that's the problem. The movie is so CG and like
but
just
not even. It's like
it's filled with like filler, like crap filler.
It's like mid 2000s bad CG.
Yeah.
It's not like the
and
CG
the movie
we
was
have
shot
today.
on digital, so it can never really look much better. Like you can never upscale it like you can with film. Like film could be upscaled, 35mm film could be upscaled to 4K. They started shooting digital for Attack of the Clones, so that can never really like look much more crisp, and it does have a shitty look to it. That movie, the cinematography is poor. Attack of the Clones is by far my worst. I have like as much as Phantom Menace gets the hate the most of the prequels, I feel like Attack of the Clones is far worse.
No, I think everything Tank gets more hate than Phantom.
Maybe at this point, but I feel like overall people are the Phantom
was just so hyped at the
time. The biggest disappointment because everybody's like, Star Wars is back! And like people foaming at the mouth, and then it wasn't that good.
So the big hype was if you bought this trilogy VHS set, they had a sneak preview of Phantom Menace. And you see Darth Maul with a double saber, and you're just like...
that was a special edition VHS box set? Yeah. See, I didn't have that. I had the original.
I got it for 95. Christmas.
Oh, so you had the gold box?
It was like a white box.
There was the gold box. The VHS gold box set?
I got a white box.
All right.
And because I remember,
I had the original black box that was non-special edition.
It was a Christmas gift, like
so
97.
Do you remember the original movies before pre-special edition? Like, how did you... Yeah, so like without... Yes. Like the original, the
first time I watched Star Wars New Hope, my uncle was babysitting.
Okay,
me.
So you had family that gave it to you.
So my uncle's babysitting me, and I was.
And you were like, "Whoa, what is this?"
6, 7 years old, and it was on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh wow!
It's on like syndicated cable bullshit.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, Star Wars!" Like we're just like eating pizza, hanging out. He goes, "Ooh, Star Wars! Like, you gotta watch this movie." I'm like, oh, cool aliens, and then I was glued.
Yeah, that's how I happened.
And then I watched, so we watched A New
Christmas Day at my uncles and cousins, and A New Hope was on, and just images like the droids in the desert.
Yeah, it's so iconic.
Like the Vader.
So what happened is,
like those images instantly in my head.
I watched it with my uncle like on cable reruns in like the early 90s, and I'm like, this is really cool.
Right.
He goes, oh, there's a lot. It gets way cooler. And then he would go to Blockbuster like a month later and rent the second.
Empire Strikes Back?
So I rented the next two.
Oh, great.
And that's how I watched
Okay, so you've seen the originals, before the special editions.
And then like we became friends and bought the toys and I got into it more.
There you go. Yeah, now it became a thing. Yeah, because... I mean,
when we liked it, though, none of the other kids liked it.
Exactly.
It was like a niche thing.
It was niche because even though it was getting resparked, because that was good timing for us. Because just as we got into it on our own, the toys got reimagined.
And the only reason we fell
into the Empire came.
We had older family members
that got us into it. Other people were like, "What the hell is this?"
Kids on their own would never watch.
No, because Star Wars at that point in 94, 95 was
this franchise is dead.
It was going on 20 years at that point.
It was old news.
It
was old news. There's no cartoons. There's no merchandise.
No, it was all. It was like, the merchandise was just coming back. Exactly. So, but
this is before Power of the Force.
Right before.
There was no merchandise when we first watched it. Right. It didn't exist. You couldn't buy Star Wars in the stores.
No, not yet. Yeah, it came back and then, but luckily for us, right then and there, it did come back, and then you had things like Shadows of the Empire right after that. Then the special editions. Then of course, the rest is history, and here we are. Because it hasn't really stopped.
We had this argument with some friends of mine, like, were the top 10 N64 games. You had to put Shadows in there.
For me, for sure. I loved Shadows. It's a classic.
Rogue Squadron's
Squadron's good. Rogue Squadron's better than like Battle for Naboo or whatever. Rogue Squadron's better than that.
So I bought Battle Naboo at like Blockbuster.
I have it now. I bought it because I wanted original N64
I never
games.
beat it.
No, I got to like the first 2 levels, yeah.
And you're just playing as like droid tanks, and
it's
very linear and boring.
Yeah, no, it's not that good. Yeah. But, I mean, it's a Star Wars game, and that's why I made sure I.
But I own Battle Naboo. I bought it on Blockbuster. Let's say it would like sell like old games,
right? The second
pre-used games,
pre-used old stock.
I bought it for like. The problem is they put like this giant Blockbuster pre-used sticker on. So like try to rip it off, they just rip the whole label, and I'm just like, a disgusting cartridge.
No.
Well, I ripped it off 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't want this Blockbuster.
No.
So I like rip it off,
Battle
and
for Naboo sticker
then it's just like,
Right. Oh no, it looks like crap now.
Like the glue is just too strong for these Blockbuster labels.
Right.
They're like, oh, you're not reselling this.
No,
only we resell.
Only we can resell everything. Yeah, exactly.
Did you watch the last Blockbuster on Netflix?
I didn't yet. I didn't. I did hear.
It's right up our alley. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
Did you?
Because I like going these.
People were kind of like poo-pooing it, so I didn't really like.
I liked it because it showed a lot about Blockbuster mistakes they made while they're not like they could have easily took over Netflix at the time.
Oh yeah, I mean that story is kind of well known now, where they were like, "Screw you, we're not giving you."
But
the 10 million.
It was interesting how they like basically took over the video store scene and like got rid of the mom and pop shops.
Yes, they did.
And I didn't know that. Yeah. When VH tapes first came out, they were like $100.
So expensive, $80 back then. In today's money, it would be like $150.
So like, I never knew that. So that's why the whole rental thing existed. Was because you couldn't afford.
Right.
And I remember thinking like, wow, VHS is $100.
Yeah,
that's outrageous.
It was such an expensive.
And that's why they was from video stores.
Yeah, because you
couldn't afford to buy.
You couldn't afford to own them. You had to rent them, which I guess was acceptable until they became cheap enough to buy or stream. At that point, rest in peace.
You look 20 years ago, DVDs were hot.
Yeah,
box sets of seasons were like shit. Now it's
I know.
When's the last time you watched a DVD?
I put the Star Wars Blu-rays in the other day just to see if there was a quality difference on my 4K TV from the streaming, but it's like it's like neck and neck, you know.
On Amazon, which it's rare for me.
But other than that, not really. I mean, like DVD or VHS, really. I mean, or DVD or Blu-ray, not really much, you know, because you can just stream everything. And it's like the quality. I tried it on my 4K. I was like, let me see because I have the Star Wars Blu-ray box set, the first 6. And I was like, let me see if there's quality difference. And it really wasn't. So, you know, is there really a purpose for me? Unless you got the 4K Blu-rays, I guess, right?
So I bought on Amazon. It was like $40.
What'd you get?
And it was the entire TMNT original series.
Ooh.
Like 14 discs, 180 episodes.
Oh, nice. So
I bought it.
Nice.
That's not on syndication. It's not on streaming.
Right. That's like kind of like, the Ghostbusters original show, which I have like on a hard drive. But that box set is expensive. But now they're finally putting them on YouTube where you could just watch them.
They were on Netflix years ago.
I know. Well, that's so annoying because you can never rely on that. Oh, they're on Netflix. Then you look. Oh, they're not anymore.
No.
You know, I hate that. Yeah, everything was on Netflix.
Netflix Canada is much better.
Probably because of the.
You have to change your IP address.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, you use the VPN to.
But VPN, that's what. Apparently, it's. Damn, this Meowth picture is beautiful.
You like that, right? Sean's looking at my Pokemon Snap photos from 20 years ago.
The Meowth one
because those pictures I took.
This one looks like the promo.
That does, right?
The Dratini's too like faded.
That's not Dratini. That's
Dragonite.
Lugia.
Oh, Lapras.
Excuse me.
This Meowth is beautiful.
That's like right in the face Meowth, right? He's like. Rah!
Like you literally see his like innards.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's
good.
Fantastic.
That's good. Yeah. I had more of them, but they were falling off, as you can see. I was super gluing them, but that's the remnants we got of Blockbuster right here.
Well, the famous YouTube Pokemon card dude, Lionheart. He like traded he made a trade for a fully functional Snap machine with ink cartridges and cards.
Printer, yeah.
And he had a whole box of so it was 4 cards, like Bulbasaur, Charmander,
yes, I had
and there was
them,
a Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
So he made it was like a $20,000 trade.
Oh man.
So he traded.
There was one on eBay for a while.
He traded like some first edition stuff.
Sure.
For a Pokemon Snap machine.
Oh wow.
And it's like in his. And if you ever watch, I haven't watched his videos in a long time, but I've seen several of them.
Sure. So have I.
And he has this killer set of just bright lights.
So the old man that had the first edition Charizard that Leonardo had on his thing, isn't that where Logan Paul got his first edition Charizard? He got it from that guy.
I
know he opened one.
I think Leonhardt did have some collaboration with.
Yeah.
I think he's like the #1 Pokemon card
right,
YouTuber.
in YouTuber, yeah. But there was an old man, like a father, like that. He was collecting Pokemon cards with his kids in the late 90s and early 2000s.
O'Brien, the old man.
It's very similar to that, Jimmy O'Brien, right?
He was the old man in our era.
Exactly. And this was a similar situation where the father was collecting with the kids, and then, of course, the kids got out of it, and he was just, left there, and like, I guess I'll keep collecting them. And he held on to all of them, and, of course, he had a first edition PSA 10 Charizard. And I do believe there was a transaction there.
There's a famous Antiques Roadshow. It's one of the most famous. You go on YouTube, it's like 1 million views. This old woman's oh my deceased husband loved Magic the Gathering.
Oh my god!
And he had complete alpha beta sets in order, in binder,
all the
pristine condition. So you go in the binder, it's just all alpha beta, in order,
Black Lotus, everything. All the Moxes, Time War.
Woman, this is worth $300,000.
Give you $50.
Oh. Okay. But yeah, she's like, I don't know. I found these cards and my husband, I don't know what they are. Magic something or other.
Magic. They're magic.
And it's complete alpha beta,
magician
in order.
Cards. Yeah, that's great. You know, I know you've told me about that one. I got to watch that one on YouTube when I get a chance. And also maybe I'll take a gander at the last Blockbuster too, because I did hear about that. But somebody was like, it sucks, so I didn't go near it, but I kind of want to go.
Who said it sucks? Our friend that we know?
No, it was somebody on. It was a YouTube video that said it sucked, and I was just like, oh, it does, all right. And I don't.
It's sad. It's not 3-hour drives. We would totally go.
Oh yeah,
it's in fucking Oregon.
Yeah, it's the only one left in the continental U.S.
I knew that. Oregon randomly.
No, weren't at one point they were doing a sleepover there or something? You could sleep over the Blockbuster. They did something like that.
There's supposed to be some in Alaska. Maybe it closed.
Oh yeah,
It did close because they sent the last shit from the last store to this store to like.
Oh.
So there's like movie props of like famous movies.
Sure.
Like,
And the Oregon one is the true last Blockbuster.
It's like Simpsons. Oh, Citizen Kane's Kane.
The Kane from Citizen Kane. There's no Kane in Citizen Kane.
Like Planet Springfield or something.
Yeah, like Planet Hollywood.
Hard Rock still exists. Planet Hollywood's one wayside.
Wait, Planet Hollywood's gone too?
I'm pretty sure Planet Hollywood's done.
I thought I saw one like in the corner of my eye because I was just in Vegas not that long ago. And
when you were in Utah. Right?
Yeah, I went to Utah in between our hiatus, but I flew into Nevada, Vegas, and I was on the Strip, and I'm pretty sure I saw one in the corner of my eye.
Temporarily closed in New York. Temporarily closed in 15 years ago.
Temporarily closed in New York, but no, Planet Hollywood. But it's also Planet Hollywood, Vegas Resort and Casino.
There's hotels. There's no restaurant.
If there's a hotel, it's got to be a restaurant too.
Well, that's like
Planet Hollywood is it's a restaurant within the.
You know what that reminds me of? Howard Johnson's.
Oh, the Howard Johnson's. Yeah.
Do you remember the one that was in Times Square? I remember eating breakfast there.
Howard Johnson in Times Square. Yeah, you know what?
I was there for 80 years.
Yeah, I remember people talking about it. Maybe even you, but I never went there.
There's one operating one left in like Asbury Park, Jersey Shore somewhere.
Oh, we gotta hit it. We gotta hit the house. I was at a Kmart a few months ago too. Kmart's still breathing.
I was with my friend Max, another friend of the cast.
It's so dated.
We
in
were
there.
driving like rural Jersey somewhere, and I was like, Kmart. I'm like, bro, we gotta
Did
stop.
You stop?
He's like, we gotta go to a party. We're not going to fucking Kmart.
Ain't stopping at no fucking Big K. Look at Caldor. Oh, it's theirs. Sean seeing all these like defunct retail
Caldor.
outlets.
I remember Caldor.
Remember Caldor? I mean, we could go on about defunct.
There was, I think it was called Bradley's or something.
Bradley's is another one.
So it was Bradley's. I remember going there with my grandma.
These are perfect. Bradley's trip with grandma.
So I'm like, oh, this sucks. And then base set 2-packs.
Well, there you go.
And they were like on clearance for like $2.
What?
So I'm like, grandma, like, can I get some cards? She's like, sure. So like, they're $2. I bought like 10 packs for $20.
Oh dear, base set 2.
But I remember buying like 10 packs. Imagine seeing that clear now, like booster boxes of fucking.
Your eyes would explode out of your head,
But they were $2 on clearance, base set 2-packs at fucking Bradley's.
That's just
2000.
I mean, I was always lesser on base set 2, of course. I felt like they're reissuing the original cards, like, you know. I felt like it was devaluing. You know, it was just cheap compared to like my original set of Pokemon cards. You know, they were just reissuing them. Base set 2.
It's a base set 2 Zard goes for.
I got a base set 2 Zard.
I have one as well. I probably got it from Grandma's packs. All right, base set 2 Charizard price is.
Give us the damage, then we gotta hit the road, Sean.
This is funny. Like, look, giant tits base set.
It's an eBay. Listing that's using somebody's girlfriend's boobs to hold up the catch your eye.
$150, $100.
I figured they weren't be going for that much money. I mean, it's base set 2. It's not original. You need original set. I also have one that's got a different. Can you tell me what this is showing before we hit the road here? What's my signed one? What design? What set is that?
The emblem.
Signed by Mitsuhiro Arita, but it's a Charizard.
That's 2002.
Sean can't even tell me.
The original ones are $99. I'm not sure what the metal is.
No, I know the original ones are $99. Yeah, but
what's the metal?
I couldn't tell you. I find out. But it's a Charizard. It's identical to the others, foil Charizard, shadowed, but it's got a symbol, and that was the one we got signed by Mitsuhiro Arita. Because we didn't want at the time the shadowless one.
This is the third reprint.
Yeah, it would probably be the third reprint. I only have one base set 2 in there. I have 2 shadowless, and then the rest.
I never got a Charizard from a pack.
Neither did I.
Never from a pack.
Neither did I. That's how rare they were. I opened so many base set packs. Never got a Charizard.
I think combined, we must have opened hundreds of packs.
Hundreds. I never once got a Charizard.
Me and you have
I saw people pull them. Like somebody would open a pack. Oh, Charizard. I never myself got a Charizard. Even though I have none.
When it was always like some scrub that has no cards.
Yeah, that was how it was.
And they like no sleeves and you get scratched up. And
me and Steve had a first edition Charizard and once it got stolen from us. Yeah, it was beat to hell. It was probably PSA 2, but it was.
Was that the one you guys stole?
What happened? We didn't steal it. We traded for it. It cost us something, but it was beat. It was really beat. So it wasn't horrible. It was like we probably gave him a Shadowless Blastoise and maybe some, Venusaur, like a few good cards to get our hands on a first edition Charizard. We had it for like a week, and then but it was such a demand card that it got stolen from us.
There's the Miller invitation.
There you go. Okay, on that note, everyone, happy July 4th. We're back, and we're better than ever on our summer episode. We'll have are we coming out with a July episode, Sean?
We have to.
Yes,
this is unacceptable for our absence.
Unacceptable for our fans and for our...
Let's have an episode the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Absolutely. You should also speak into your
No
mic.
offense or...
There you go. That's much better, Sean.
Buts.
Yeah, no.
R.I.P. Slave One.
R.I.P. Slave One. And everybody, enjoy your July 4th. We'll be back after Independence Day. And keep watching the stars.